Welcome everybody to Mom's Dinner. Here we help adults feel successful at dinner time and cocktail time. So if that sounds good to you, I would love to have you subscribe. Today, I am going to show you how to make one of my favorite cocktails. And it's actually a beer cocktail, not an alcohol cocktail. It's called a Michelada, which actually translated into English means my cold beer. But it is a beer cocktail that we're gonna serve over ice with really delicious spices and a little bit of a tomato base. So stick around. We're gonna make a Michelada today for cocktail time. We're actually gonna start our Michelada by prepping our glass. You need a tall glass, just like a water glass, a tall cocktail glass will work perfect. Then you're gonna want to cut a lime. I like to cut my lime in half and then cut at an angle to cut wedges. Then you're gonna take one of those wedges, you're gonna run it around the rim of your glass, and then we're just gonna set that to the side just for a second. You're gonna take a flat plate, and this is a huge part of a Michelada. This is Tahen, and it is a chili and lime flavored herb slash spice slash seasoning that is so incredibly good. Do not skip on the Tahen. I will actually link this to my Amazon affiliate link right in the description box for you. So what you want to do is take your Tahen, and on a flat plate, let's see if I can open this a little bit more. Yeah. On a flat plate, just sprinkle out some of that Tahen, and we're gonna rim our cocktail glass. We ran that lime around the edge. That just wets the rim so that the Tahen will stick to the rim of the glass. There we go. And we're gonna start to build our Michelada right in this glass. So where we're gonna start is with our tomato juice. You can use tomato juice, you can use Clamato, you can use V8 will work as well. I just happen to have tomato juice. You're gonna add 2.5 ounces of tomato juice right down into the glass. Then we're gonna spice it up. I'm gonna pop that lid back on the Tahen, and we're gonna add about 2 to 3 dashes right down into the glass. Then take your favorite hot sauce. I like a little Tabasco because it's real vinegary and has just the right amount of spice for me. And we're gonna add just about 3 dashes of Tabasco. Perfect. If you like it extra spicy, add more hot sauce. Then I love Worcestershire sauce. It has such a deep, complex flavor that adds such a nice roundness to the Michelada. So I'm gonna add 2 or 3 dashes of Worcestershire sauce down into the glass. Let me grab some of my salt. I'm gonna add just a pinch of kosher salt down into that tomato juice. And we're also going to add a pinch of celery salt. You could also use celery seed if that's what you have in your spice cabinet. If you have celery seed, you may want to crush it a little bit or kind of really rub it between your fingers so it crushes up those celery seeds so you can taste it. But we'll add a nice little pinch down in there, and then let me make sure that I've got everything in there. We just have one more thing to add. We're gonna take 2 lime wedges and just give those a squeeze right down in there. And then I like to just drop the lime wedge right into the cocktail glass. So it will continue to flavor everything as we drink it. Okay, now I'm gonna take my cocktail spoon and I'm gonna give that a stir just to mix all of those spices in with the tomato. Now, you may think that this is weird, but we are gonna add ice. Even though it's a beer cocktail, we're gonna add ice. Don't skip this part. I'm telling you, normally, of course, you don't drink beer with ice, but with this cocktail, it is absolute perfection. So what I actually like to do is use some of these bigger ice pieces that you would normally drink like tequila or whiskey over, but they are perfect in your michelada. Now, the only thing left to do is to pour a little Mexican style lager beer over this cocktail. I have a Pacifico here, but you could use Corona Light, you could use Modelo Light, Sol, Pacifico, whatever light styled, light flavored Mexican lager that you like, use it. So we're gonna slowly pour this over the ice. And at this point, if you're serving guests, you can serve them this cocktail just like this. As soon as some of that foam goes down, we will pour a little more beer in. But you could serve it just like this and let your guests stir it up themselves because it has a really nice presentation when it's still separated. But I'm gonna drink this one. So I am gonna go ahead and just give it a little stir around. And as you'll notice, I still have a little bit of beer left in here. What I usually like to do is as I drink this, I'll add a little bit more beer, or you could just drink that, or if you're making multiple micheladas, save this for the next one. So that is how you make a super refreshing, super delicious michelada. I'm gonna take a drink really quick. It is like drinking really cold soda over ice. And that Tahen rim has such a high citrus note. It gets you in the back of your cheeks, but then in the forward part of your mouth, it's a little bit spicy. I'm telling you, give this cocktail a try. And if you do, and you think it's a 5-star cocktail, I would love to know in the comments below. We'll see you next week.